Hi, I'm Ryan F. Gassian, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the potential of Donald Trump meeting Kim Jong-un, and what does that mean for the peace process. Now, Kim Jong-un is going to be meeting Donald Trump. Is that a good thing? A bad thing? It's hard to say. To be honest, Trump isn't that great when it comes to negotiating, despite what he claims. On the other hand, the alternative is nuclear war. We can't risk that. So, in my opinion, why not talk? Frankly, it's better to talk with your enemies than not to talk. What else is there to do? You can argue with them, but that's not going to get you anywhere. The alternative is to fight or not listen, which gets you nowhere. So, I'd rather have Kim Jong-un and Trump talking, even though I'm worried about what Trump might say in such a meeting. But then again, Trump's easily impressed. Kim Jong-un, despite what people think, isn't an idiot. He's actually very bright. He has expertly manipulated the U.S. this entire time. He's created a wedge between South Korea and the United States during the Olympics. That was PR brilliance, by sending his sister there, who got snubbed by Mike Pence. That turns the Americans into snobs, into the antagonists. So let's not assume that Kim Jong-un is the same as Trump. Trump might be older, but Kim Jong-un is the wiser of the two. He's the more canny. He isn't this bumbling idiot that people put him out to be. Now, the question is he sincere? He says he's going to get rid of his nukes. Not going to happen. He has no intention of getting rid of his nukes. Why? Because the nuclear weapons is basically his insurance policy. He has looked at other dictators in the past who has made deals with the United States. For example, Muammar Gaddafi gave up his nuclear weapons. What happened to him? He was deposed. The United States played a role in that. So the second the United States got what they wanted, they no longer had a reason not to get rid of Gaddafi. So Kim Jong-un sees that. He knows what could happen if he gets rid of his nukes. He knows that is his guarantee that no one is ever going to go after him. And until Donald Trump, that was a guarantee. Now, Donald Trump's an idiot. Do I think he's likely going to start a world war with Kim Jong-un? Probably not. But you can never be 100% sure with him. Right now, he's facing all sorts of problems. There's the Stormy Daniels situation, the Mueller probe, and all these other issues that is creating hell for him right now. And in that situation, under so much pressure, and so many of his own assistants and advisors leaving him, Cohen's just left, Hope Hicks, his most trusted advisor, she's gone. So, is there a possibility Trump might act irrational? Might do something stupid? Yes. So it's better in that circumstance to have conversation. But we need to go in there with low expectations. Even if you have the two talking together, even if you get them into the same room, most likely nothing's going to come out of it. It's going to be a giant PR stunt. And that's what Kim Jong-un wants. For decades, the Kims have been trying to get a meeting with the president because they want that recognition. So you're sort of giving what Kim Jong-un wants. So what? Let's face facts. North Korea is a nation. It has a military. It has nukes. It is a power. Again, and I want to repeat this, you have to go in there with low expectations. You're not going to get any guarantees. The best thing to do right now is for both sides to listen to each other's grievances, to listen to one another, and just have that conversation, that initial meeting. And then back it up with further meetings. They can be done with the secretaries of state. So you could have Rex Tillerson talking with his counterpart. And then have another meeting. And another meeting after that. These initial meetings should be about building trust. Getting small concessions. With North Korea, the concession would be, okay, if you want these talks to continue, you have to stop building and testing nukes. Okay? The same with ICBMs. You can't make it a demand saying that you cannot have these talks until they do these things, but you can say that now that we're having these talks, if you want to continue these talks, then you have to stop building more nukes. You have to stop testing them, and you have to stop testing ICBMs. But Washington will also have to make some concessions. That could be lifting some sanctions. It could be stop doing military exercises. You have to admit, that is a legitimate grievance that the North Koreans have. Who would like to have another side pretending to invade their country? That understandably makes them nervous. So that's something else you can do. So again, we should have these talks, but we have to understand that the North Koreans are probably just playing a game. If they're not, if Donald Trump can actually get a peace treaty with them, that's great. We praise Donald Trump. I hate the guy, but if he can do that, wonderful. So those are my thoughts about whether or not Donald Trump should have a meeting with Kim Jong-un. And the short answer is yes. Let's do it. Let's have it. Let's see where it goes. It's better than World War III. And as long as we're talking, and as long as we get small concessions, we're better off in the long run. Thank you for listening, and please help my channel by liking this video and subscribing. Oh, and visit my website at www.darknessinamerica.com to read my short stories about a future United States where people live in fear of inquisitors, telepathic assassins who police the populace for thought crimes.